Southern IPM Center's Friends of IPM program recognizes extraordinary achievement in research, extension, and implementation of integrated pest management in the southern region of the United States. Many of the criteria for the awards are based on the IPM Roadmap published by the USDA Department of Agriculture. For this meeting, 4 professional award categories and 2 graduate student award categories are presented. The first award category is the Bright Idea Friends of IPM Award. The Bright Idea Friends of IPM Award recognizes a startup or invention that significantly improves or has the potential to improve IPM implementation in the field. The Southern IPM Center is proud to present the Bright Idea Award to Lambert H.B. Kanga. Dr. Kanga pioneered the use of fungal pathogens for the control of the invasive pest species Varroa mite in honeybee colonies, thus providing new environmentally friendly avenues for managing Varroa mite populations. His findings are known worldwide and have been translated into many other languages. Dr. Kanga also pioneered the use of fungal pathogens in honeybee colonies, specifically for the control of a new invasive and destructive species, the small hive beetle from sub-Saharan Africa. That pest has spread into more than 30 U.S. states. Dr. Kanga was the first to discover in 2020 insecticide resistance to pyrethroids and organophosphates in the small hive beetle, and to provide techniques to monitor and manage that resistance along with mechanisms of that resistance. This breakthrough provides an integrated resistance management strategy and will significantly help the beekeeping industry. Aside from Dr. Kanga's bright ideas, it is obvious that he is particularly good at fostering collaborative relationships, that people enjoy working with him, and that he has enthusiasm for the work that he does. Congratulations to Dr. Lambert H.B. Kanga for being the recipient of the 2021 Friends of IPM Bright Idea Award. The next professional category award is the IPM Implementer. The IPM Implementer Friends of IPM Award recognizes on-the-ground implementation of IPM, specifically to IPM practitioners. This year's IPM Implementer Award is presented to Dr. Alton Sparks. Dr. Sparks completed both his master's and PhD research on management of three-cornered alfalfa hopper and soybean at Louisiana State University in 1986, and since then has been working as a research and extension entomologist. His 30-plus year career has primarily emphasized applied research and extension activities addressing management of pests and agricultural commodities. Since 2002, Dr. Sparks has served with the University of Georgia Extension as the extension entomologist with primary responsibilities for insect pest management and commercial vegetable production. Dr. Sparks' activities have emphasized proper integration of insecticides into pest management programs in commercial vegetable production, while also addressing pest biology, judicial use of pesticides, and production systems impacts on pest problems. Some of the pests that Dr. Sparks has worked with extensively include diamondback moth, sweet potato whitefly, pepper weevil, and onion thrips and iris yellow spot virus. Dr. Sparks was also the first to demonstrate the efficacy of in-furrow sprays of Coragen for management of pre-tassel caterpillar pests in sweet corn, while also showing lack of efficacy against caterpillars entering the ears through the silk channels. Dr. Sparks' research and extension programs have remained flexible to allow adjusting emphasis with emerging problems and is known as an outstanding applied entomologist who works directly with farmers to help them implement IPM programs. Congratulations again to Dr. Alton Sparks, the recipient of the 2021 IPM Implementer Friends of IPM Award. Next up is the IPM Educator Award. The IPM Educator Friends of IPM Award recognizes a teacher or group of teachers who successfully teach IPM techniques with successful educational programs that have inspired others to practice IPM. The Southern IPM Center is pleased to present the IPM Educator Award to the University of Florida's IPM Academy. The IPM Academy involves a team of faculty from the Department of Entomology and Nematology at the University of Florida, or UF, that formed in 2018 in response to concerns expressed by Florida Extension agents. Agents did not feel that they had the resources or expertise to respond to stakeholders' pest management problems and felt unprepared to offer guidance in the areas of residential, horticultural, and ornamental pest management on what to spray. Each individual faculty member involved in this team has specific roles in the training sessions with subjects such as fundamental aspects of entomology needed to design IPM programs, principles of IPM, and biological control, just to name a few. Due to COVID-19, a new virtual format was created for the IPM Academy in 2020. A 3-module short course of narrated PowerPoints was produced to allow agents to learn fundamental concepts on their own time in preparation for the actual in-service training. The IPM Academy team has created an innovative approach to participative learning that has strengthened statewide IPM programs in Florida, produced online training materials, and continues to evolve. By enhancing IPM capabilities among extension agents, the IPM Academy team's efforts have a multiplier effect, reaching growers, scouts, homeowners, and master gardeners across the state. Congratulations to the IPM Academy at the University of Florida for receiving the IPM Educator Friends of IPM Award. The next award is the Pulling Together Award. The Pulling Together Friends of IPM Award is presented to a group who has been successful in any aspect of developing, teaching about, and implementing IPM, and is based on management of a high priority pest. The Southern IPM Center is proud to present the Pulling Together Award to the Sustainable Spotted Wing Drosophila Management Team, led by Ash Sial. The Spotted Wing Drosophila group came together in 2008, shortly after the pest was detected for the first time in California. The group is made up of leading researchers from 16 land-grant universities and USDA ARS and represents a sustained and adaptive collaboration of entomologists, geneticists, economists, social scientists, and growers that joined together to respond to the devastating impact of SWD on the affected crops through the United States. Early projects of the Sustainable SWD Management Team were aimed at establishing the basic building blocks of IPM, including evaluating, detection, and monitoring techniques, also screening available, and identification of alternative hosts that contribute to local infestations. At the same time, project team members in the eastern and southeastern U.S. formed working groups to address the emerging threat of SWD as it moved into their regions. As SWD established in the rest of the country, western and eastern efforts merged and had key outputs, such as economics-driven decision aids, identification, importation, and permitting of classical biological control agents for SWD. Also, development of insecticide resistance monitoring methods, non-chemical control tactics, enhanced understanding of non-crop hosts, and overwintering biology. Other selective lures were later identified to improve monitoring, such as attract and kill techniques, and several cultural control strategies. Several new organically approved effective pesticides were also identified. This information was synthesized to develop regionally appropriate and crop-specific IPM programs to effectively control SWD. The team now has over 100 peer-reviewed journal articles and 300 extension-oriented presentations, workshops, webinars, and grower trainings. In addition to the sheer number of outputs, another great achievement of this team are all of the relationships that they have developed with the stakeholders nationwide to help them evaluate and implement IPM programs. Congratulations to the Sustainable SWD Management Team on being awarded the Pulling Together Friends of IPM Award. And congratulations to all of the professional category recipients. The Friends of IPM Award Program also recognizes graduate students in the southern region of the United States. The award program recognizes 2 students per award year, one in a master's program and one in a PhD program. Recipients of this award have demonstrated strong potential of providing leadership in IPM as evidenced through fieldwork, data collection, experimental design, teaching, outreach, or other support for research, extension, and/or education IPM projects. They must also be enrolled at a college or university located within the southern region of the United States and working in IPM-related disciplines such as entomology, plant pathology, nematology, and weed science. The Southern IPM Center is proud to present the 2021 Friends of IPM Master's Student Award to Oluwatumi Daniel Ibiemi. Daniel completed his master's degree from Auburn University, studying the invasive insect pest crepe myrtle bark scale, and is now pursuing his doctorate at the University of Georgia. His project investigated how biological control of CMBS could be enhanced by recruiting lady beetles with semiochemical or visual lures. His research led to the finding that something as simple as adding yellow rectangular panels to trees can increase the numbers of lady beetles and decrease CMBS populations in as little as 1 month of time. This is expected to lead to widespread adoption. In fall of 2019 and 2020, Daniel won first place for his poster presentations in his division in an on-campus graduate student poster exhibition. Furthermore, as a part of Dr. David Held's lab in Alabama, Daniel was able to interact with stakeholders and regional extension agents, which enabled him to serve on an advisory panel for the CMBS Task Force in Huntsville. This panel answered questions from the Master Gardener Task Force on CMBS and helped a partnering extension agent understand the biology and importance of lady beetles in suppressing CMBS. Daniel also shared his research with municipal and private arborists and helped landscapers and producers better understand biology and identification of the lady beetle. He later worked with a communicator to draft that information into a publication and posted his project's information on the StopCMBS.com website. It is evident that Daniel has relevant research, an excellent record in engaging stakeholders, extension publications, and award-winning presentations, and we are happy to name Uluwatumi Daniel Ibiemi the recipient of the 2021 Master Student Friends of IPM Award. The Southern IPM Center is proud to present the Doctoral Student Award to Katie Britt. After completing her master's degree in entomology at the University of Tennessee, working on kudzu bug, Katie was awarded a doctoral fellowship at Virginia Tech and joined Thomas P. Kuhar's lab in the spring of 2017 to begin research on IPM strategies for hemp. Katie provided critical early science-based data on what the key pests of the crop were, their damage impact, and also evaluated control strategies. As knowledge of pest management on hemp desperately lags behind, Katie's research has proved to be extremely impactful. Her survey of pests on cannabis in Virginia has led to 3 journal publications already, including a very popular review article in the Journal of IPM on the pests of hemp in the United States, the discovery of the exotic species cannabis aphid in Virginia, and an association of the invasive brown marmorated stink bug with hemp. This research provides information on the impact of insect feeding on the crop, which will be huge to the industry and the need for an IPM approach. Katie Britt has also been in great demand as a presenter at hemp production meetings. She has given at least 25 to 30 extension talks, including several invited talks in Virginia, Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, and West Virginia. Working with Virginia Cooperative Extension and specialists, Katie produced the first hemp pest management guide and has also written several other extension publications in addition to her numerous grower talks. In addition to her research in hemp, Katie has been conducting numerous insecticide evaluations for control of the corn earworm, stink bugs, hemp russet mites, and aphids. Congratulations to Katie Britt for being awarded the 2021 Friends of IPM Doctoral Student Award. Congratulations to both recipients of the Graduate Student Awards, and congratulations to all of the recipients of the 2021 Friends of Southern IPM Awards. Your contributions to IPM are greatly appreciated, and we are proud to have you be a part of the Southern region. For more information about the Southern IPM Center, visit our website, southernipm.org.